Major Asian countries are reportedly humiliating Trump by refusing his orders and demonstrating to the world that America can no longer control them. Let's find out which nations are brave enough to tell Trump no, and thus crush his plans for Asian dominance. Number 10. Malaysia. In the heart of Southeast Asia, Malaysia reportedly took a bold stance in 2025 by blocking permits for Trump-affiliated rallies. Local leaders warned that allowing these events could risk inflaming regional tensions and drawing Malaysia into foreign ideological conflicts. For a country focused on internal unity and avoiding division, this decision sent a clear message. Trump's populist tone simply did not align with Malaysia's multicultural landscape. As a result, the government acted quickly to preserve peace and political neutrality. However, Malaysia's actions did not stop there. It quietly shifted further into Beijing's economic orbit, backing away from US-centric Indo-Pacific alliances. With rising Chinese investment in infrastructure and energy, Malaysian officials reportedly found little incentive to engage with Trump's America First policies. The country perceived greater benefit in choosing steady partnerships over unpredictable rhetoric. In fact, they openly rejected Trump-era frameworks, labeling them outdated and one-sided. This shift reportedly helped reinforce Malaysia's image as a non-aligned yet forward-thinking nation. Number 9. Pakistan. While many observed quietly, Pakistan reportedly made a strong move in 2025 by tightening visa policies against Trump-linked organizations and donors. The government stated that such individuals could potentially bring divisive ideologies and threaten national harmony. These restrictions served as a warning shot, signaling that Pakistan had no interest in becoming part of anyone's political spectacle. Trump's past criticism of Pakistan still lingered, and now the country reportedly drew a clear line. It was a clear rejection of any attempt to meddle under the guise of diplomacy. Military cooperation was another area where Pakistan reportedly pushed back. When Trump-aligned generals proposed renewed joint drills, Pakistan declined, citing the importance of independence in its defense strategy. This was not merely symbolic, it was strategic. Islamabad reportedly wanted to distance itself from any foreign force attempting to dictate military priorities. With growing regional partnerships, especially with China and Central Asian neighbors, aligning with Trump's worldview reportedly made little sense. Number 8. Indonesia. Indonesia reportedly took a firm economic stand in 2025 by withdrawing from Trump-era trade deals that had once promised growth but came with heavy strings attached. Officials labeled those deals as one-sided and harmful to local industries, particularly agriculture and textiles. Environmental activists also pointed out that Trump's proposals reportedly ignored key green standards. For a country facing rising climate threats, that was a deal-breaker. The rejection reportedly showed that Indonesia was prioritizing sustainability and fairness over flashy promises. Beyond trade, Trump-branded businesses reportedly began to lose ground rapidly. Indonesian youth, known for their strong digital presence, led online boycotts against Trump properties and products. Viral campaigns reportedly mocked the former U.S. president's actions, turning him into a symbol of what to avoid. As younger generations called for ethical leadership, Trump's brand reportedly became increasingly toxic. The backlash did not just hurt profits, it reportedly reshaped public sentiment on global political influence. Number 7. Kazakhstan. In 2025, Kazakhstan reportedly made headlines by banning Trump-affiliated media from its satellite networks. The government cited concerns over propaganda and political instability, fearing the rise of foreign narratives that could disrupt internal unity. Trump-linked content was reportedly labeled a threat to public discourse, and the ban gained broad support. For a country working to modernize and stabilize its political landscape, allowing such influence was a risk it was reportedly unwilling to take. It marked a clear boundary. Kazakhstan would decide what voices shape its media space. The country also reportedly began quietly distancing itself from the U.S. diplomatically, especially from those seen as close to Trump's circle. Instead, Kazakhstan leaned further into multilateral ties with China, Turkey, and its Central Asian neighbors. Officials expressed frustration with Trump's transactional approach to diplomacy, which reportedly ignored regional nuances. Kazakhstan reportedly prefers long-term partnerships over media spectacle. The choice was less about choosing sides and more about preserving autonomy in a competitive geopolitical landscape. Number 6. South Korea. South Korea reportedly made its position crystal clear in 2025 when top officials criticized Trump's calls to pull U.S. troops from the Korean peninsula. They labeled his stance as reckless and warned it could destabilize one of the most delicate security zones in the world. Unlike past administrations that tried to navigate Trump's unpredictability, South Korea reportedly took a firmer tone this time. Military officials insisted they would not be used as pawns in a political game. For Seoul, national security reportedly comes before political theater. Beyond the government, Korean culture itself reportedly turned against Trump. K-pop idols, influencers, and filmmakers openly condemned his views, amplifying public sentiment through music, interviews, and social media. Many fans reportedly rallied around messages of unity and global cooperation, rejecting Trump's "America First" attitude. The entertainment world's influence in South Korea is powerful, and when it moves, the country reportedly listens. Trump quickly transitioned from being a controversial figure to one completely unwelcome in pop culture spaces. Number 5. Bangladesh. In 2025, Bangladesh reportedly made headlines by turning down Trump-backed humanitarian aid, stating clearly that it would not accept help tied to political agendas. Government officials warned that the grants came with hidden strings and were aimed more at influence than genuine assistance. This bold refusal was reportedly rooted in national pride and a growing distrust of foreign actors trying to interfere in domestic matters. For Bangladesh, independence and dignity reportedly came first, even if that meant losing millions in promised funding. Trump's past tariff threats also reportedly resurfaced, rekindling tension in Bangladesh's vital textile industry. Factory owners and trade unions remembered how Trump-era policies hurt their exports and livelihoods. When talk of new trade restrictions surfaced in 2025, Bangladesh reportedly pushed back hard. They began seeking stronger trade deals with the EU and regional partners, reducing dependency on the US. The message was clear: Bangladesh would not tolerate being economically bullied again. Number 4. Philippines. In 2025, the president of the Philippines reportedly made waves by publicly denouncing Trump's attitude toward developing nations, calling it a relic of colonial arrogance. The backlash reportedly came after leaked audio revealed Trump mocking Filipino migrants, triggering outrage across the country. For many Filipinos, this was not just an insult, it was personal. The government reportedly wasted no time issuing a sharp rebuke, making it clear that the era of silent tolerance was over. National pride reportedly demanded a strong and unapologetic response. Security ties also reportedly took a hit when the Philippines temporarily suspended the Visiting Forces Agreement. This was a dramatic signal that it would not allow Trump-style foreign policy to dictate its military posture. The suspension reportedly sent shockwaves through Washington, especially among Trump-aligned defense hawks. Philippine officials emphasized sovereignty and warned against using their country as a chess piece in geopolitical games. It was a reminder that alliances must be based on mutual respect, not outdated power plays. Number 3. Taiwan. In 2025, Taiwan reportedly chose silence over spectacle when Trump's team tried to re-engage diplomatically. Despite long-standing Republican support for Taiwan, leaders in Taipei avoided direct interaction with Trump-linked figures. The risk was simple: drawing Trump's attention could escalate tensions with Beijing. With China watching closely, Taiwan reportedly could not afford unnecessary provocation. Their cautious approach sent a subtle but firm message: strategic survival matters more than political loyalty. Taiwanese tech companies also reportedly made quiet but impactful moves. Several leading firms pulled advertising from Trump-affiliated media platforms, citing concerns about misinformation and brand safety. In a digital-first society, these decisions matter. It was not just about politics, it was about corporate values and global perception. By distancing themselves from Trump, these companies reportedly protected their reputation and aligned with global standards of responsibility and trust. Number 2. Japan. In 2025, Japan reportedly took a corporate stand that rippled through international headlines. Major Japanese conglomerates announced they would no longer engage in deals with Trump-branded companies, citing reputational and ethical concerns. Executives argued that partnering with someone so polarizing could damage global credibility. The financial world took notice, and Trump's name quickly lost its appeal in Japan's polished business circles. It was not just about profit, it was reportedly about principle. Japan's political leadership also reportedly pushed back against Trump's renewed calls for self-funded military defense. Officials reminded the world that the US-Japan alliance was built on mutual trust, not demands and threats. They emphasized that Trump's transactional view of defense insulted decades of cooperation. As tensions rose in the Indo-Pacific, Japan focused on strengthening multilateral defense ties with regional partners. Trump's vision simply did not fit into their long-term strategic blueprint. Number 1. China. China reportedly delivered the biggest blow in 2025 by imposing sweeping sanctions on Trump's closest business allies. These sanctions targeted real estate deals, tech investments, and financial networks tied to Trump's empire. Officials called it a move to protect national stability from foreign disruptors. The message was unmistakable. Trump was no longer just a critic, he was reportedly considered a security risk. China reportedly used its full economic weight to shut him out in the most direct way possible. The diplomatic freeze was just as fierce. Trump and his top associates were officially blacklisted from entering China, a rare step usually reserved for hostile actors. Chinese media reportedly labeled them as instigators of global division, and the foreign ministry warned other nations to take note. Trump's legacy of trade wars, anti-China rhetoric, and inflammatory speeches had finally come full circle in Beijing's eyes. Engagement with him was no longer diplomacy, it was reportedly danger. So, after seeing how these 10 Asian countries are reportedly shutting Trump down in 2025, which one surprised you the most, and do you think he saw any of this coming? Let me know in the comments. Also, where in the world are you watching this from? If you want more videos like this, make sure to click the one showing up on your screen right now and share this with someone who still thinks Trump has global support. They need to see this.